Hello, it's Gavin again from Lucid Computer Solutions and welcome to this unboxing video. And today we are going to be unboxing the Synology DS1520 Plus DiskStation. So I'll just grab the box and we can have a look at it before we begin. So this is it in here. So before we get going, I just very wanted to spend 10 seconds explaining what a NAS is for anybody who doesn't know. So NAS stands for Network Attached Storage, and the main function of these devices to act as a file repository, a space for you to save files on your network in a central location on one device. So that's what this box is. It's not essentially a kind of server, what people would associate with being a traditional server. It's a storage facility. Okay, so let's get on with the unboxing of this nice Synology DiskStation. So I'm a big fan of the Synology stuff. We've used a number of their NAS devices over the years and I do really like them. So I've got high hopes for this one. So I've opened up the box and the top layer is just yet more boxes. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got our first smaller box, which I've taken out from the main unit, and that is simply our power lead, and in my case that is the UK plug. And on top of that I have another box which I'm just going to grab and we'll take a look together. So I have this box here. I would hazard a guess it's the power brick, maybe a network lead of some kind. So here we go. In that box we have, sure enough, the power brick itself to use with our UK power lead, which I just showed you a second ago. And then I have a network lead. I have another network lead. And I have a handy bag of screws for disk drives, I'm sure. And I have some kind of keys as well, which will be for getting into some components of the NAS. So that is our two smaller boxes taken out of the main box, which leaves us with this. And now I'm just going to take out the bit of cardboard on the top here, which basically just leaves our NAS unit. So I'll go ahead and grab that and we'll have a look. So here we go. It's nicely wrapped up in this protective film. So we'll take it out and we'll have a look at it and I'll explain a little bit more about this NAS and what it can do and things. So here we go. When I can remove the packaging, of course. So there we go. And here is our Synology 1520 Plus DiskStation. And hopefully if I stay still for a significant amount of time like this might become my YouTube thumbnail. So what have we got? So this is a 5-bay NAS unit. As you can see on the front here, I have 5 bays. That basically means I can install 5 hard drives into this NAS unit. And first thing to point out, that is 3.5-inch hard drive. So that's your larger traditional size hard drive which go in this. This does also have 2 slots in it for M2 NVMe, but just to be clear, that isn't for storage purposes. That is for cache purposes, which is quite a techie thing that allows your writing and reading of files to the NAS to be speeded up. But in terms of actual storage, it's then 5 drives on the front there, as you can see. So what else do we have on the front there? We've got our power button, we've got our USB slot, and we've just got our indicators. On the back, what do we have? On this model, like I mentioned, the DS1520 Plus, we do have 4 network connections there, 4 LAN ports, which I believe, and I will find this out when I set this up, which I can set up for kind of combining them together to give it an ultra fast connection or for redundancy. So if I put them in pairs, maybe, if it can do that, I'm not saying it can, it's what I'm going to find out and explore. I could have it where this is my primary ones and these are my backup ones in case these fail. Potentially, like I said, just to stress, potentially. And then we've got what looks to be a couple of SATA connections. That's eSATA on the back there as well for connecting up other devices. And that's about it really. It's a quite straightforward NAS unit, isn't it? Now the bays on the front there, I'm going to put it down to do this, but I'll show you when I've done it. They are drives which you can just nicely remove from the front of it like so. So these are our drive caddies. And the drive caddies themselves, they'll just have these little pull-out clips on them like so, either side. You put in your drive and you put the clips back on to hold it in place, and then slide this back into the unit itself. So I'll show you it with the one drive bay missing now so you can see, look, straight there into the unit. You just slide your drives in. Now you don't have to use all 5 drive bays. You could just use a couple in RAID 1. There's various levels of RAID you can do with this. I'm not going to go over the full ins and outs of RAID. All I will say about it for now, for benefit of anybody who really doesn't know, it's all to do with redundancy. So if you have, in its simplest form, RAID 1 is where I have 2 hard drives, and if one of them fails, all of my data is still sat on this other drive. So it's not the end of the world, as long as I quickly replace that original drive, of course. So the drive bays can be used to configure different levels of RAID. You've got the 5 drive bays there. Obviously you could put in drives which are just 500 gigabytes inside. You could put in 6 terabyte drives. The reason I mentioned 6 terabytes is because that's what we're going to be doing with this device. We're going to load it up with 5 6 terabyte hard drives, which kind of gives it 30 terabytes, but I'll configure them in RAID 5, so I'll get 24 terabytes usable. So quite a beast of a storage unit. Elsewhere, the specs of this machine, it's got a quad-core processor in it. It's got 8 gig of RAM, so it's a decent amount. Should be nice and nippy and smooth to use. And with it being the Synology NAS, it's got all the usual Synology cloud features and remote access and sync options. So again, we really like that with Synology, which you get across their entire range, whether it's a budget one or a slightly higher end device like this one. So overall, a nice, straightforward device. It should be a really nice solution for what I've got this in mind. But in terms of a bit of kit, yeah, really, really good. The base unit itself, the base unit or the NAS unit itself, just to stress, most of the time you'll buy the unit on its own without any hard drives. And to buy the drive unit itself at time of filming this video, it's around about £680. I will link to the device down below so you can check that out for yourselves. But yeah, around about 680 British pounds for the unit itself, and then you need to populate it with your hard drives. I think some suppliers may do it for a bit more with hard drives inside, but it all depends what hard drives you want. So that might be an option, that might not be. So there we go. I'm going to finish this one up. That is the Synology DS1520 Plus DiskStation unbox and basic spec and overview. If I get chance, I will do a full review of this product once I've set it up, and we'll see how it checks out. But for the time being, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do me a huge favour and smash that like button for me, please. Feel free to comment on the video. If you've got any questions, please let me know. If you've got any recommendations, please do post them in the comments. I do try and get back to everybody. And likewise, all the links are down below to connect in with me on LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram. And the link is also down below for our website. So if you want to engage us in any kind of work, please do link to our website and reach out to us through that. So that's been me, Gavin, from Lucid Computer Solutions, and I will see you on the next video.